Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the It's Pizza Time podcast. I am your host, Indigo, and I'm today joined by my co-host, Victor,
Hello.
my co-host, John, who is gone right now. He'll be back later, and our very special guests, the Bandlez boys.
Money.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
how you guys doing today? How you doing?
Good, man.
Good.
All right. You
Excellent.
wanna-
What's up?
Drinking my G Fuel.
Oh,
Yeah, it's lead, right?
Here we're
I haven't had
chilling,
any
man.
since like 2004.
you haven't been flying since 2014, bro.
Right?
Vishal's riding on the
Get a
clouds right now.
All right.
Back in the COD days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's still a big deal in the gaming market.
Yeah. But not Keemstar anymore.
Not Keemstar.
All right. To save the juice for the episode. So why don't you go ahead and quickly, for the people that don't who are listening who don't know who you are, who are you? What do you guys do?
I don't even know. I'm I'm DIANDRE.
And my name is Vishal.
And we are the Bandlez. We've done that so many times for like watermarks on mixes. All right. Anyway, yeah. So we we make music and we play shows. Not so much lately because of COVID, but yeah, we make EDM and we market it to the masses, and then we run around all over the world, press and play on big iPods. What we do, man.
Hell yeah, that's definitely all right. Good explanation. Now, I'm gonna get right into the precursor question thing I ask everybody on this show. What is your favorite kind of pizza?
Oh shit! What do you got, Vishal?
Buff chick.
Buff chick. I knew it. If I got some blue cheese, I might go with some buff chick. But Marco, iNDiGO, he took us to Big Mamas and Papas, and I got this barbecue chicken pizza. So it's a tough contender. It's somewhere between barbecue chicken and buff chick for sure, though. For me.
Oh yeah, they mean buffalo chicken, not a buff woman. That is.
No.
No, both,
Both, please.
All right,
both of them.
Both of these.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Just say yes, dude. That's fine.
Yes, I agree. So I guess to start off with, how was it that you two came to, start making music together? Like, how did that come about? How'd you two meet? How'd you two meet?
Well, when my hair was probably like 8 inches longer and I was an angsty teenager, we met on the school bus. I used to play a little bit guitar, at least, do the whole wanted to be in My Chemical Romance thing, minus the eyeliner. Vishal was Dead Mouse fan
Fresh off the
extraordinaire, fresh off the boat from India.
The boat.
And I was I think we met because we were listening to Dead Mouse, but we've told this story so many times over the years. I think what was happening was we both were listening to our little iPod Nanos, which is like not the square ones, the
long
tiny,
ones.
Yeah, the tiny
I had the
rectangular
tall one
ones.
with the
Yeah.
little screen.
I had the same.
this
I had the
one.
same one as you,
This is
Vishal.
the one
Yeah,
I
not
used.
that
Yeah,
one.
that one, but like skinnier and
The
longer.
skinny long one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine had a little video camera on it too. I remember meeting him and we bonded over that on the school bus, and we got off the hello.
There he is.
We got off the school bus and sat on the corner of the street for probably 45 minutes to an hour just talking about Feed Me and Tommy Trash and Dead Mouse and fucking Mort
Yeah.
Fustang and Lick the Rainbow. Remember that tune?
Ooh, more
Holy
Mustang.
shit. Yeah, back then I didn't really touch any production, anything. And Vishal was pretty well versed in FL Studio, so he came over the house. My dad actually was a DJ. He liked to DJ, not touring or anything, but he really loved to do it. And he also used to make hip hop. So we had a little studio. Vishal would come over. We'd make some beats. We thought we were Dead Mouse at that point,
Mhm.
and then yeah, and we kept going
Yeah.
from there.
In the basement where
With the
magic
bass in it.
happens. Yep.
Yeah, we used to DJ our friends' birthday parties and other child events before we found I found out how to make money doing this. So
I'm trying to
pretty good.
imagine like some Bandlez drops at like like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, dude, the early Bandles could probably be dropped at Chuck E. Cheese. Some of the old stuff. It's like a blend between Yo Gabba Gabba and
Oh boy.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, I guess.
Yeah, it was a lot of like just having nothing to do on the weekends because we didn't not to say like anything negative about high school culture.
We were losers.
Oh no, no, go for it.
All of it. All of it.
Yeah, we didn't go to too many parties because we were invited to too many parties.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't think we would have liked that whole thing because we were introverts.
We would have
Yeah.
liked to be invited, but we wouldn't have liked being actually there.
Yeah.
I think we had a really good
But-
time just kind of keeping to ourselves and making music.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think Marco and I are definitely in the same area as well. Introverted as fuck, and we don't go to parties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like-
I don't like shit. I don't go outside. I sit in chair.
Yeah, I used to think. Okay. Yeah, I used to. I used to think like, hey, people probably like fucking hate me because like they're not inviting me to parties, and then like by the time I graduated, I was like, it doesn't really fucking matter. I wasn't ever gonna go anyway. So like, what was the point?
Yeah. It's a little blow to the ego, when
Yeah.
your buddies don't invite you, but at the same time, like, surround yourself with people that want to do what you want to do, man.
Big brain.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It was a good times, simpler times,
Simpler times.
but hey, here we are.
Yeah, and then you guys started making music, and if I recall correctly, like, did you guys start with Firepower, or was that like the first label you got with?
Oh, there's a whole legacy before Firepower, like of
Yeah.
us trying and failing and trying and failing and trying and failing. By the
Yeah.
time we got into Firepower, we were convinced that we were gonna be, oh, dude, we're Marshmallow now. We're on Firepower. It doesn't matter, $1 billion. But it doesn't really work that way, does it? We were self-releasing for a long time. Vishal actually made all our visuals, all of our teasers, marketed the shit out of all of our music. And what we would do is we had this bright idea when we were living with I still was staying with my Papa Joe, I think, or I might have not had a home at that point. But at some point, I stayed with Vishal. I put all my shit into my little. I had a Ford Contour at the time. If you don't know, it was one of those really shitty Ford cars. I'm very grateful that I had it, but I put all my belongings into this Ford. I took it all to fucking Vishal's house because Vishal's family was gone for like a month. And I just lived with him, and I slept on his couch. And what we would do is we would go into his room, which was in this tiny apartment, and we'd stay up till like 6 a.m. writing songs. We put on our SoundCloud new song every Wednesday. So every single Wednesday, we'd put out a song. Vishal would market it, make artwork in fucking Photoshop or whatever program you use, and then the rest of the week we'd write another song. And we just keep doing that.
Yeah, it was like we had a little schedule going on where we would do a track a week for like we kept doing it for a while, and it got a bit of attention also, so it was a good start for us.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
crazy times,
yeah.
man.
I mean, it got you I guess, you got to Firepower, and then now you're with Disciple, and
Mhm.
like the whole roundtable, the gang. If people know of Disciple but somehow don't know you, that's what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also want to talk about the fact that Vishal, didn't you like leave the project at a point for a little while.
Yeah, that was I think April of 2019?
He said,
No, it was
"Fuck this
2018.
shit, I'm out."
Yeah. Yeah, I was going through some shit. My mind wasn't in the right place. And a bunch of other things happened. And I had a battle with myself, and I couldn't fight it, and I basically couldn't stand up for myself. So I had to fall down pretty much to get back up.
Yeah, it was good for you though. Like I feel like
It was good, yeah.
I remember during that that was a very confusing time for me because at that point our manager was a guy named Dimitri. He owned a company called Site Management, and I moved in with him to kind of be in like an incubator situation. Great living environment. It was fine, but while I was doing the Bandlez thing, I was just kind of like self-releasing music, trying my best to get on labels and stuff, and like Dimitri and I didn't really see eye to eye on things about what we wanted to make it. And when Vishal was in the picture, we would kind of like we'd kind of shove memes down Dimitri's throat until he let us do whatever we wanted. So it kind of turned into its own thing. Interestingly enough, though, the project saw success during that time fiscally, but not in any way that was really meaningful for the project because Vishal and I were supposed to get signed to a talent agency called United Talent, and Vishal left, and I still got signed to it. But they started putting me on tour with with the guys from Grave Dancer. And if you guys aren't familiar, that's like Subtronics, Hesh, Boogie T, now Zia, however you say her name, is on there. Like that whole crew. And I just didn't really get along with them. They're fucking wonderful people, and they've always done right by me. But it was just hard for me to kind of fit in because I felt like I was kind of in that like high school party atmosphere all the time. And like I was playing shows, I was releasing music, it was fine. Like I was paying the bills with music, which is cool, but it's really not the same. And it wasn't until Vishal came back that I was like, all right, like this is if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right this time. We're gonna do it in a way that's like not toxic for anyone, not hard to deal with. We're gonna be upfront. We're only gonna do what we want to do. Like we're not gonna, we're not gonna succumb to what other people think we should be doing just because it's gonna make us money. And by then, Vishal had, like he said, broken himself down, built himself back up, and now we're in this position where we're like, all right, let's be the best goofballs that we can be. And I was right back on Vishal's family's couch for like 6 months. We spent 6 months like rebranding the project.
Yeah, again, and then during that time, that 6 months, we were approached by Rossi, who's currently our manager. We actually were approached by him a while ago, like before even anything started. Because we were friends with Matt and Willie from Barely Live, and they're always supported us, and they wanted us to join their team. And it's just happened to work out the exact way when we were doing this transition. And he was like, "Yeah, welcome aboard. Let's bring you guys to part of the family." And
with a little bit of luck and a lot of benevolence from Rossi, he basically like he reached out to us when we were really early in the project, right after the Firepower EP, and he was like, "Yo, like I love you guys. Matt and Willie love you guys. We're not working together right now. I know that I have no place to say this, but." And we were still with Dimitri at the time, and we were young, we were very short-sighted. But he basically was like, "Hey, this is your time. If you can blow up right now, if like you really apply yourself, get the right management, blah blah blah." And we were so like, we were kind of like, "Oh wow, well if he's hitting us up, then a bunch of other people will probably hit us up, and we'll be fine." Like that's awesome that he said that, but let's keep doing our own thing. But in reality, he reached out to us because he personally had like an interest and he saw the potential for the project. And he specifically told us, he's like, "Don't stop pushing, because if you stop pushing now, it's gonna be really hard to get momentum again." And we stopped pushing, and we went through a really big dry spell. And then Rossi came back to us and was like, "Hey, like, not to say I told you so, but what's going on? What are you trying to do?" And we were like, "All right." Had a meeting with Dimitri, things were said, we made amends, and we went with Rossi, and Rossi was basically like, "Okay, now do it right this time, dummies."
And
Yeah.
he's more like, if you guys think it's a good idea, like I'm all up for it. Obviously he would be like, he would say something if it's not, if it's something that would backfire. But most of the times our ideas, like if he thinks that we believe in him enough, they'll work, and
Yeah.
which is one of the really great traits about him.
He listens. He
Yeah.
fucking listens. He's one of the best listeners in the game, Rossi. He knows
Right.
exactly how to make you feel like you're being heard.
Shout out to Rossi then.
Shout out to Rossi. New Myro EP. When?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seemed that it was I guess moving in with like the whole Disciple crew, you guys have definitely like I guess stepped up your game like supremely, I'd say. Like I mean, both with the quality of your music but also with like how much you're able to put out at a given time. Like I mean,
Yeah.
there were like I don't know how much you guys released like last year, but like this year so far there's already been 2 EPs, which is from you guys, which is, pretty great actually.
Mad props.
Yeah.
That bit for sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'll tell you-
that's all DIANDRE does for like all the music. It's him. He makes all the music. I have nothing to do with music besides like giving him pointers and stuff, and like just going over
yeah.
stuff with him.
I'll tell you what, though, moving to Disciple, regardless whether it's music, marketing, anything, that kind of lit a fire under our ass, man. Because it was like everything I'd send to Rossi, he'd be like, "Do it better, do it better." No, that's not.
You sound you're like from like South Africa or something.
Do it better. Ah! Yeah. No, like honestly, he was. He's not hard on us necessarily, but like if he has a vision for what you can be, he's gonna, tell you to live up to it. But enough about that dude. I'm telling you, this right here, this time in Bandlez that we're describing right now was a big growing point for us because like
Yeah.
it was, we spent a boot camp week with Willie from Barely Alive. We stayed at his apartment. Like he was nice enough to show us a bunch of stuff. I moved DAWs. Like I went from writing music in Logic for 8 years to fucking Ableton, and I was able to make that switch. And as soon as I did that, all my friends and stuff, like we were able to collaborate and just like talk production. And now I'm in a place where I'm so comfortable with writing music that like, I could use Ableton and. Yeah, I don't know. We just pushed ourselves, man. But
Yeah, and like after the whole signing, Rossi's like, "You guys are moving to LA," which like we wanted to do at some point, but then we got too comfortable and we didn't want to do it because no income.
Mhm.
For me at least, like I had a bunch of safety nets under me, and I was like, that kind of held me back. But the whole moving here and living on our own and paying our own bills using the money we make from music kind of like helped us excel a bit more, whereas like if we had a safety net of some sort, it wouldn't have been like this big,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
wouldn't be able to like push as much.
when we were in that situation, I feel like I was a little bit more comfortable with the risk. But you got to remember, Vishal, you guys gave me a safety net, bro. Like I was literally like I was homeless for like 2 months, bro. Like sleeping on Dimitri's couch. I wasn't paying him rent. I was sleeping on the couch for a little bit, and then I slept in your fucking basement for a while. But like I feel like I went from not having a safety net, and then your family was like, "Yo, Beta, come here, I got you," and they literally like his whole family like fed me and fucking gave me a place to sleep at night. Like it was great. It was a struggle, in a lot of ways, and it was equally a struggle for Vishal because like it's all about perspective, like your safety net is another person's like everyday life. So it's like we both mentally went through those struggles where it was kind of like, dude, we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but we do know one thing, that they got some bomb ass tacos in LA, so we gonna go out there.
Yeah. It was a really good move for us, and I'm glad we're here. Everything may not be the best, but hey, we're our first year here, and we're not homeless, so there's something to that.
That's
We're
yeah.
not living in a car.
That's
We're not
100% a
living
win.
at a McDonald's or something like that.
Definitely a win.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely like a scary thing to, especially like, you know, with like moving and pretty much abandoning like everything that you've kind of built underneath yourself to catch you. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm like definitely like it probably would take me like a while to get to that point of like comfortability.
Yeah. I think the key to it is like, and I guess this is a good piece of advice for other people in that situation, is that if you get too comfortable, you're gonna find yourself too happy. And I know that sounds terrible, but happiness is complacency. Like if you have regular income and you have a nice living situation, the definition of happiness is literally like being okay with what you have. But in order to build something in the music industry, you kind of have to be a little bit depressed, a little bit sad, and say,
For
no,
sure.
this is not what I want. I want more. I want more.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then eventually you get over that and you retire and you buy a bunch of cats.
Yeah, and it's like, you know how people say like money doesn't buy happiness? Like, yeah, it does. What are you talking about? It gives you
Sure.
financial stability to be able to not worry about paying like your bills month to month, so that you focus on things that matter to you, and like
Yeah,
you
I
focus
think.
on that's
Yeah,
it's my opinion about
I
that.
agree. I agree, kind of, but at the same time, it's like I think the people that say money doesn't buy happiness, they're definitely talking about like materialistic things don't buy happiness. Like when you buy some dope shit on Amazon, and it's coming in 3 days, and it's coming in 3 days, and you fucking feel that excitement, and then you see the little notification, bro. Like that's excitement. That's not happiness. All right.
Yeah.
Happiness is chilling with your homies, going outside, grilling, chilling, hanging out, talking about life. Doesn't matter how much money you have, but money doesn't buy happiness. But money pays the fucking bills. So if you can't pay your bills, you're probably not going to be very happy.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. For sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Universal basic income for all.
Yeah, right. No. Let's not get into that shit. Oh god.
yeah, we're all communists here, you know.
Yeah, I mean, buying stuff definitely is fun, I mean, if you need it, get it, right? But
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, after a while,
But after a while you just like, why did I buy this?
that and also it's like, I think the thrill for Amazon, at least for me, right, is just also like knowing something's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
So good.
when I get it, I'm just like, okay, now what?
Yeah, now what? This isn't even what I wanted.
There's like too much clutter now too. It's like you just keep buying shit over and over, and then I just have random shit lying around. I'm like, why the fuck did I even buy this?
Yeah.
oh yeah, I feel that.
100%.
Yeah, and like you look back at like stuff, like I personally buy a lot of vinyls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'll look at them, I'm like, they're really fucking cool. I don't play them all the time, but they look cool, right? I can do a lot of stuff with them, but
Yeah.
again, each of them are like $20, $30. So like over the course of time, it's like, what could I've actually spent that money on?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, bro. I know what you mean, man. It's hard, bro. It's hard. They make it so easy. Clicking a button, spending
For
money.
real, because back in the day, all you would need to do is hand over cash.
Yeah.
Now it's all digital. You just
Yep.
click a button.
You don't
it's
even
over.
see it go through until you open up your bank account the
Yeah.
next day, and then
And
there's
then
a
you got
pending-
$8 in your account.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like when
Yeah.
when you give away $30 cash like for something, it just feels like you're like, oh, like there's
Right,
just
there's a lot of money.
it leaves your hand and you're just like,
Damn.
oh, you're just like, oh
There
no.
goes my paper.
Yeah, but then when you do it online, you're just like, oh, all right.
Yep.
It only
Yeah,
feels
I feel
bad when you
that.
look at your bank account and you realize how little money you have left.
Dude, that's why credit cards are so scary, man. You gotta be
Yeah.
careful with that shit.
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, it's a good rule to have like not use your credit card, not buy anything you don't have money for. You can
Yeah.
use a credit card and pay it off, but like don't buy it if you don't have enough money
For
for
sure.
it.
Which
So
you'd
you think-
think was
Unless it's like
really
a-
common sense,
Yeah.
but it's very easy to just
Yeah,
like.
and this is for like small things, not like car or anything. Like you need a car,
Right,
it's
right.
essential. If you need it to work or something, you don't have enough money for a car. That's when you can go in debt and get a car.
Right. I think like a good rule of thumb is to be able to buy it over twice with cash rather than the credit card.
Yeah,
So like if you want something,
definitely.
maybe like a computer, right? So say you're spending like $1,000 on a computer, you should have $3,000 to back it up. So
Yeah, I mean, if you could follow that rule for the rest of your life, you'll always be fine. You know,
exactly.
100%. APR my ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely say like it's also like scary because sometimes it's like you want to be able to back up like how much you spend, and you want to like be sure like, hey, I'm not gonna dip below this certain area, but then you're like, oh, there's something I need, and
Yeah,
then it
let
just
me be a responsible. Let me not.
yeah.
No, let me not be a piece of shit for like a second
Right.
and just close Amazon.
I had to buy a mic, and I'm not using it currently because I'm on my laptop. But also, I had to buy a headset because my left ear was broken. I'm like, I see that money going away, and I'm just like, shit.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I remember I like got like when I got my first paycheck, like from the 1st
Mhm.
job I ever had, it was like gone within like 2 days, and I was just like, whoa, wait a minute. There was only like
Oh.
I was only gonna buy like 2 things. I was
You're like, oh,
and
that's
then
how
like
money works. Okay.
Things add up for sure.
yeah,
So
because it was more like I had planned out like what I was gonna get, and then I was like just seeing it how much it was like out of my paycheck, and I was like,
Mhm.
hey, that's actually a lot more than I thought it was initially gonna be. Like I knew it was gonna be a bit, but I didn't like it didn't like process how much exactly. And it's like I'm like, oh man, what if like that was, my life savings?
Yeah,
Right.
man.
and then also working makes you value things more too. So it's like if you
Oh
look
yeah.
at, I don't know, again like a vinyl, $30, right? So say you get paid $15 an hour, right?
Yeah.
That's 2 hours of your life right there, right? So you got to start valuing your time as well.
100%.
Yeah. You gotta look.
Vishal had a shit job. He worked at an Indian restaurant. He was working like a slave for a while.
That was fun though. It was a lot of free Indian food. I wouldn't complain. But not that I would do it again. But
No.
it was
Right,
a lot of good food that I ate from that job. I ate more food than I got paid for. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
Okay.
anytime I like worked at a place that sold food of any kind, or anytime I even go to a party that like you have to, or something that you have to like a party where like everybody pays for a little bit of the food, I try to eat more than
Mhm.
like what I paid for, so that way it's like more worth it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
You try to eat more than what. So you're that guy.
Because
You're
like,
the
Why
one.
is the bill
You're the one.
$30 extra?
No, it's
Yo,
like
when this quarantine's over, I'm not going out with you, bro.
no,
Ain't
no.
getting no
What,
margaritas with your ass.
what I mean is like when there's like a party and there's already a set amount of food, but they're like, hey,
Yeah.
like pitch in just a little bit to like help us cover the cost. Because I know that there's gonna be those people who like pay the money to eat, and then they have like one chip, and then and then they just don't have anything else. And I'm like,
Those guys are the unsung heroes of the party world.
honestly,
Right. Then there's
They're
the people
like,
that
yeah.
just keep buying shit, you know?
Yep.
yeah. I worked at a pizza place. Oddly enough.
Whoa! No way!
Yeah.
Pizza!
Crazy,
Yeah.
right? Whoa.
Hey!
Hey, but
Yeah.
he started the pizza time thing before he even started working there, which is even crazy.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
shit!
the funny thing. But
Interesting.
yeah, I know I think I had like I ate so much pizza while I was working there. Like
Yeah.
I would probably like I would eat it for lunch before I started working, and then
Yeah.
I would eat it for dinner after I left. And then like if I had leftovers, I would heat like whatever was left for breakfast, because I was like, fuck it. So like
So what's the okay? So in Los Angeles, what's the spot? What's your favorite pizza spot?
I'm
What's like the spot you gotta hit 100%?
like I know it's biased because like I worked there, but I'm like devoted to this place called Mulberry Street Pizzeria. Uh, it's just like I don't know, man. I was eating there for like 10 years, and it's still like one of my favorite places because it's like
What is
Okay.
it called again?
Respect.
Mulberry Street
Mulberries.
Pizzeria. It's like we're not sponsored
on
by the
North?
way. It might
No,
be.
no.
It might actually. I know it's on Postmates. Because
Mulberry Street Pizza. Ooh.
yeah, I know it's on Postmates because I was one of the guys who had to like answer the phones to take delivery orders, and for some reason,
Yeah.
oh look, there's John. Oh, sick.
Hey,
Hi,
John.
John.
What's
Uh,
up, guys?
Hey.
All right.
I just
What
got
I
back
was,
right now.
heck yeah,
How's it going?
great.
What's up, man?
What's
Yeah,
up?
what else? Oh yeah, Postmates. When I was working there, like, our restaurant didn't have like it doesn't have like a digital interface for Postmates.
Yeah.
So anytime like somebody put an order with us through Postmates, it would be like somebody calling from from an office
The
trying
manager.
to like so no,
Oh,
it's
no.
somebody calling
The-
from
the
an
owner.
office. No. It'd be like a tech support call that would just be like giving me the order, but it would be like an actual
Oh,
person.
no. Dude, that sucks. Really?
It was an actual person giving me this person's order, and it was like
Oh, my God.
I'd say like 2 out of 5 times it was like I could barely understand them. So it was like
Well,
I
let
just have
me-
to hope I get
I'm
this
not
right.
expecting to get sponsored by them anytime, but let me tell you, bro, Postmates be doing some real petty stuff sometimes, man. I used to have the premium account on Postmates, and before I knew DoorDash, I was in a very abusive relationship with Postmates. Let me tell you something, okay? They don't do their job right. After using DoorDash, oh, man.
I
yeah.
agree.
Dude.
Yeah, the couple of weeks ago, I tried to order Taco Bell because DoorDash doesn't really have Taco Bell except like for the one place where you have to pay $7 for delivery for Taco
Mhm.
Bell,
Yeah.
and I ordered it through Postmates, and they took my order and then canceled it 10 minutes later, and they're like,
And they still
"Sorry,
charge you.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Fuck
Yo,
outta here, dude."
Postmates will be like, you'll be like, oh, yo, they forgot my fries. Let me get my money back for that. And Postmates will be like, all right, send us the forensic analysis and we'll get back to you in a month or two.
Jeez.
You go to DoorDash, you say my fry was 2 centimeters to the left when it came to my door, and they'll be like, all right, here's $20.
They'll refund it and also get you, or like they'll get you like a replacement. Like I ordered a burrito.
Yeah,
and
man.
I ordered a burrito through DoorDash, and they somehow like gave me a burrito bowl, and I'm like, the fuck, this is not what I ordered. But it's like it's still literally all the same ingredients. It was just in bowl form. And I told them
Mhm.
this, and they were like, all right, we'll get you another one. And then it showed up with the burrito. So I had literally like 2 burritos.
Yeah,
was like-
dude, that's how you treat your
Yeah,
customers.
Postmates is so expensive too. It's fucking ridiculous. Like compared to the rest of them.
Right.
Yeah, so many extra fees. Like they're like double, triple the amount of
Oh yeah.
Like, the amount everyone else charges, like
Fucking
Uber Eats and DoorDash.
The thing I hate the most is like I'm just one person, so normally like I'm not ordering for a bunch of people, but it's like if for a lot of apps, it's like if you order less than like $15, there's like another additional fee because it's a small order,
Yep.
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it's so fucking stupid, especially when you get like to $14.95 and they still add that extra $3.
Criminal, bro. Criminal.
Oh,
And you're just
wait,
like-
Postmates minimum is $15 for small orders?
No, like for Uber Eats it's 15,
Oh, Uber Eats.
but like
okay.
I'll get to like $14.95, but it'll still add the $3 because like
Mhm.
it's not $15 yet. I'm like, dude, that hurts.
That's whack.
Yeah.
Marco, do you want to talk about how when we were in line, I think it was for Gasly, he postmated food to the line.
Oh yeah. We showed up. We went to a Ghastly show like back in October, and
we showed up like 2 hours early. We thought it would show.
Yeah, we thought it
start,
was.
like, an
We
hour
thought it was like.
later.
Yeah, we thought the doors opened at a certain time when they didn't. Doors opened 2 hours later after we got there. But we're like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna lose our spot because we're like at the front of the line, and then like because people were starting the line up, I guess, and I
Yeah.
was like, man, I'm hungry. And we were like, yeah, we should have gotten food. I'm like, you know what? I have an idea, and I just fucking Uber Eats Panda Express to the front of the line.
To the line? Oh
Yeah,
my
to the front of the
gosh.
line.
Now
and I
listen
was
to
like,
this. Not only did he order it, he ate like half of it, and he's like, you know what? I don't even want this anymore. And then he's like,
Oh!
he went down the line. He's like, you guys want Panda Express?
Oh my god.
yeah, I gave away my Panda Express because
That's some
like,
Wook Express, bro.
yeah, bro, great.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I like the orange chicken. That's Emily's favorite, the
Fire.
orange chicken.
That's the best one.
I asked the guy who was
Mhm.
like, the security for the line. I asked him if he wanted anything, but he said no. So man. Like I try to help
Your ass
out.
would have ordered him food too. You would
I
have ordered him
would've,
food. I
man.
know you, bro. You would have been like, "Oh shit, you want the crab rangoon? I got you."
Dude, yeah, I mean like
Beijing beef.
I mean I took you guys out for pizza and you guys I mean they cool, you accepted like without even like knowing who the fuck I was. I
Marco just wants to feed everyone.
Hell yeah.
I just like being
When are we getting pizza?
I just
After
like
this
having the
recording.
ability to be like I guess if I have the ability to be generous, I'm gonna do it because it's like I mean it's I guess it's a nice habit to have for me.
Oh, that's so sweet. Everybody clap,
Yeah.
clap.
No, please.
You always gotta be nice to people too. You don't know like what people are going through, and
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
just like the small
Mhm.
things too, like taking people out to get pizza would be,
I
life
think
Yeah.
changing for a person.
I think part
Yeah,
of it
that
for
could-
me is like this sense of fear that like I won't be nice to someone and then they'll be in a position of so much power over something that I have.
Oh my god, that sounds
Oh.
that means you're being wrong. You're being nice for the wrong reasons.
No.
You're like, please don't
No.
exile me from the country if you become the president.
No, that's like not the main reason, but it's like I had an experience like that where it's just like I started thinking about that more and it's like
Mhm.
it's not worth it to be an asshole. Like
Yeah.
I was at a show, I know, like, and my friend was like, "Oh, let's mosh." I'm like, I don't want to mosh, and he's like, let's fucking mosh, and he just pushes me into this dude,
Yeah.
and he's like, he gets mad at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, I'm really like, and he's like, getting pissed and whatever, and then like my friend's like also arguing with him, and I'm like, fuck. And then it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about it anymore. It turns out he's friends with the guy who was headlining, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
But that's an interesting conversation to start. Actually, like, what's nice and what's being a dick and what's not being a dick. Just standing up for yourself. And the way I see that is like, at the end of the day, everyone has boundaries. We're all human. Okay, it's great to do the whole like we love each other, unity, plur, all this. But fact of the matter is, I'm a human being. I have my own opinions and feelings, and you're a human being. You have your own opinions and feelings. If I choose to set a boundary, because either I don't know you very well, or I want to be like, hey, like I'm not down with that. It's whatever. But it goes two ways. It's not me being a jerk because I'm telling you I
Yeah.
don't want to do something. And you're not a jerk because you're asking me to do something I don't want to do. But when we don't respect each other, that's when you're being a jerk.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. Because like if I don't know what it is, but I've been in so many situations where I'll be like, you know what? I don't necessarily want to do that, but I'll do it, to make that person happy. And then they'll take that and they'll take off with it. And then it's like 10 different things. And they want my social security number. They want to, maybe not the social security number. You know what I mean? Like, they just
Yeah.
want a billion different things from me. It's like, okay, well, if I'm being generous with my time and attention, let me do that. But doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you get to walk all over me,
For sure.
Definitely. I mean, it's like you hear that with like people who are like super fans of like, I guess like people like other actors or like musicians or whatever, and they're like, he was such a dick. He was such an asshole to me. It's like, well, you like rushed him with a camera and we're like, can you do this for me? Can you sign whatever? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You gotta
it's,
respect people and treat them like humans for sure.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah, that's the other thing is like people when you say, "Hey, like we're humans, like don't treat us like that." People don't necessarily I think they don't like process that correctly because they think, "Okay, you're a human, but you're also a human in position of power and, you have fans and you have a responsibility." But the fact of the matter is, if you have a bad day, I've probably had a bad day too, I've been there. So,
For sure.
I'm entitled to a bad day or two, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
sure.
everyone is.
Everyone is.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, people shouldn't really have to, have an excuse to like be mad sometimes, and they definitely shouldn't have to like justify it, because it's like everybody has like their own, like shit that they got to deal with, but it's also like
Yeah.
sometimes you just wake up and it's just like a shit day. Sometimes you're just like, I don't want to,
Do anything for sure.
Yeah. If there's one thing that I've learned, and I think Vishal will agree with me, that little tiny speck of dust of fame that we've ever felt, fame is just honestly just people thinking they know you or wanting to be your best friend when they don't know you. Like just people being convinced that they know who you are before they ever meet you. That's like the definition of fame. When you think about it, it's like, it's my favorite skateboarder Rodney Mullen. He's my favorite skateboarder. I think I know him, and I think it's gonna be great when I get to meet him. But I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
For sure, he doesn't know you.
Yeah, he can put mayo in his tacos for all I know, and like I don't want to hang out with someone like that. You know what I mean? I don't know what he does behind closed doors, bro.
For sure, and like everybody has like I guess an online persona as well too. They try to hide the negative stuff. I
Yeah.
guess, right.
Yeah, they're putting their best foot forward all the time, and they're recording it and clipping it and editing it, and then
Oh yeah.
CG.
You don't know
CG,
how
bro.
a person could be at all. For sure, they could be saying the most crazy shit behind doors, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
You're
look at Garth
absolutely right,
Brooks.
Bro.
Garth Brooks is like the biggest country guy in the world, and he probably hides bodies in his backyard.
Oh shit, it's true, bro. I mean, like Park Avenue, man. We don't know what's underneath those concrete floors in the
Yeah,
basement.
exactly.
That's funny. Yeah, man. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
Just
mean,
be cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like you to think about that. It's like if you ever meet them in person, it's usually not going to be what you see like entirely, like on their socials
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought about that a little when I met you guys the first time. I'm like, I don't really know anything about you. Like, you seem cool, but it's like, I don't fucking know. Like, we'll just see how this goes.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
everyone has their negative traits. Like, I'm sure because
Yeah.
you met us as a fan, and it's like, I'm sure after you got to know me and Vishal, like, you would probably find at least one or two things that you don't like about us. And if you didn't, that's a problem because you should be able to not judge someone, but you should gauge
oh, yeah, I fucking hate
okay.
you, man. I'd like.
You'd be like, okay, well, the gulag with the boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, because it's unnatural for you just to like everything about a person. And it's
Yeah, totally, man.
like if I like everything about a person, it kind of brings me this anxiety that like I'm gonna eventually find something that I really don't like, and it's gonna like be like disastrous or whatever. But
Well, the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
that's good that you're self-aware.
The thing is, I think it's actually really healthy to argue with people because me and Marco
Oh,
argue all the
yeah.
time.
Mhm.
But it makes us better friends, right? For sure, because it's like, well, I know your boundaries, I know what you get mad at, stuff like that. I know what
Yeah.
you don't like, right?
Yeah.
And if I do something that he doesn't like, I can fix it myself, right? And it's just healthy to have those conversations, right?
Yeah.
I
Putting
was-
those differences out there is really important. Vishal always
Yeah.
told me Vishal's a whole saying like when it comes to stuff with Bandlez and just kind of like our relationships because we have a bunch of different relationships, so there's always going to be friction. We're roommates, we're best friends, and we're part of a business together. So it's like you got to be honest. But he always says I always want to have disagreements, not arguments, because obviously you're using arguments in a different way, and I
Yeah.
do agree with the point that he said. But I think when he said that, what he was saying was like, I don't want to make it a personal, emotional thing. I want to like lay out how we feel, and if we disagree, we disagree.
Definitely.
But like Vishal and I try to keep that in mind, and we have our fucking arguments all the time. Like, and especially since we're roommates, but so important, man. So important,
yeah.
or else you're just gonna resent the person. If you
Yeah.
value your relationship with someone, you gotta tell them how you feel.
Definitely. And it's
Yeah, and that was definitely part of me leaving. Also, that one time I left because I didn't know how to express my feelings without taking it personally. And
yeah,
that
but you got
backfired.
Vishal. Remember, it was like the opposite for me. We both had our problems. Like
Yeah.
Vishal would have a problem with being like, "Hey, I don't think that's cool. Like, I don't want to do that." And then I'd have a problem where I'm like, "Well, if you don't want to do that, that's fucking stupid. You're gonna do it." So it's like it didn't help the situation,
Yeah, because it goes back to our different upbringings and what we were going through in the time, like the time we were in, how we were looking at everything that was going on around us, the industry, how it was going on around the industry and stuff. So it was like a lot of factors that went into the choices we made and like the opinions we had.
yeah.
100%. 100%. People are individuals.
100%. Yeah. I mean,
Billion%.
numbers. All right. Victor, you got anything? John, you got anything? John, you just like got back. You didn't really say much.
I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I like John already.
You guys
John's
wanna
my
talk
favorite. John shows up like 30 minutes late and is like, "Yeah, I guess."
I can't
You
talk
guys-
like too much. Dude. I'm just like trying to like listening behind.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been there, man. I know how that feels.
Do you guys want to talk about your new EP and stuff that you've been doing outside of quarantine or inside of quarantine?
Fuck yeah, Vishal, talk about the marketing campaign. Talk about how we marketed the EP.
Yeah,
Bean
so
doors.
initially we were
Bean
gonna
doors.
we were gonna do like a whole a little bit of rebranding. So this EP wasn't supposed to come out for another like a couple of months maybe, and we just pushed it up because we wanted to be ready for the festival season, which starts usually in early May. And after the whole COVID thing happened and everything got canceled, we're like, we're gonna have to do something else now because this EP was built around getting the live playing songs where people play out our music, and we get more popularity and we get more bookings. But because this happened, DeAndre had a good idea to rebrand the EP to take off like some of the songs, and we just came up with an idea of doing like a care package where it's just more of a listening EP versus a lot of DJs are gonna play it out, because now there's no shows, no DJs are gonna play them out, and
Right.
Yeah.
we packaged it as like here's a care package of just music that you can listen to while you're in quarantine. It'll help you through quarantine, hopefully.
That's
And
beautiful.
yeah, we just pushed it forward, and we're gonna save the other marketing plan we had for when we start playing shows again.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely a
And
great listening EP. Gotta say.
Yeah, on the musical front, that EP marks my. I mean, Rave Savers pretty much did, but I'd say the Care Package EP marked my official switch to Ableton, and I'm really happy with the way the songs came out, specifically the one with Danica Nadeau, because I remember meeting up with Marco probably a month or two before the EP came out and being like, hey, like, what do you think about this track list? I got these songs going. And he was super blunt and super honest with me, but it was a challenge to kind of him along with my other friends to live up to their expectations when I'm using a new program. So, I spent a little bit more time watching YouTube videos and, trying to get my mix sounds a little bit better. And honestly, in the new DAW, I think this is the best, these are the best mixes we've had so far. So, I'm really excited about it for my own personal reasons, just because like it was a pain in the ass to learn that program, but I'm starting to feel really comfortable in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
planning on
Before-
switching from FL to Ableton soon.
Oh,
so-
FL.
Do it, man, for sure. Do it.
Yeah, Ableton's the game right now. Everyone's on Ableton.
Yeah,
Much
I
easier for you to
started with
collab.
Logic at first, and then I had a Mac laptop. It broke,
Mhm.
and I was just like, well, I need to produce. I have my desktop still. Might as well
Yeah.
just pick up FL.
That dude, I did something similar. Like I still have my MacBook, but I have this gaming computer sitting around. I was like, dude, if I were to be able to produce on that, it would be a game
Exactly.
changer.
And
It'd
just
be
the
a game
rendering and
changer.
everything. Crazy.
Dude, right? Yeah, exactly. Everything would be 10 times faster. So I'm happy to hear that, man. 100%.
Yeah, I've
And then you guys want to talk about how you've been doing during quarantine, what you've been doing to pass the time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure. I mean, I know what I've been trying to do is I'm trying to play a lot of Halo. I've been writing music, but I've been playing a lot of Halo. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I played Halo for a really long time. And before music, my dream was to be a professional Halo player. I worked at that for a very long time. And, never really, the music thing happened first. So, music took off and did that. But during quarantine, I've been playing some really good Halo, been playing some really high level Halo, getting my ass kicked a few times, but I'm starting to near the point where I'm very confident playing in tournaments and stuff. So pretty much been wasting a lot of time, if I'm being completely honest.
What have you been
What's
playing
up?
on MLG? What?
Yeah, so they have their own proprietary thing called HCS, which is like
Okay.
MLG, but like within the Halo universe. And
Got
yeah, it's like the same thing though, like super competitive settings. And I've been playing money matches, just
Wagers,
kind of yeah, just playing, man. Like,
I used to
good
do the
times.
same thing with COD.
Yeah, dude, wager matches in COD. There you go.
Black
There
Ops
you
2, Black
go.
Ops 3. I'd stay up all night till like 5 in the morning with my buddies, right? Go to school, pass school, go back home, sit down, and play all day again.
Load up game battles.
Yeah.
The game battle screen is burned into your monitor.
Game battles, MLG, everything. We were like top 14. I was hoping to go pro too.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
bro. Hell yeah,
But
dude.
it's a lot of
Um,
work, and yeah,
You gotta be dedicated,
a lot
man.
of
It's just
love.
like music. You can't. I mean,
Yeah.
you might be able to do both, but I know I fucking can't. I don't have the time for that. That's for sure.
We got
Yeah.
24 hours in a day. Do 12 and 12. You know.
Yeah. 12 and 12. No
don't
sleep.
need
Go,
to
go,
sleep. We
go.
don't need to
What have you been doing, Vishal?
Yeah, so I mean, hold on. I have to respond to my boss because I haven't. Give me just a second.
All right.
No Animal Crossing.
No, Animal Girl. Yo, Emily, my girlfriend, she lives with us too.
Mhm.
She's been playing Animal Crossing so much. It's like crazy. I've never seen her so invested into something in my entire life. But the minute she got that Switch for we actually got it as a Christmas present. She's been looking forward to Animal Crossing the whole time. She got Animal Crossing and now she's like king of the village or whatever, however that game works. She's insane.
Sorry, I had to quickly respond because we just like launched the roundtable jackets to make the post about that and whatnot. But yeah, my job hasn't changed much besides just working from home. I do like all the label management and like A&R and stuff like that for Disciple and Roundtable. So the COVID thing hasn't really affected my job with that. So I've been just pretty much working from home 9 to 5 every day and, you know, playing a lot of video games. Now that I don't have to waste an hour every day on traveling from one corner of the street to the other corner of the street because LA traffic sucks.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
But yeah, besides that, I mean, you know, just spending more time, because I have extra time to do stuff, just learning more stuff.
Hell yeah.
Learning
Always
and
want to be learning.
growing.
Always want to be learning for sure.
Always.
Yeah. If you're in quarantine right now and you're not like learning something, if you're not like advancing something you're doing, then like dude, I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, wag your finger at him.
Like,
I mean, it's always good to like take a break and just like realize that, hey, everything's gonna be good. And you can chill out, right? But at the same time, you want to be learning, dude. Like
Yeah.
I've been picking up
Yeah,
books here and there, learning FL, learning everything.
Yeah, like
Totally.
I have another side hustle which is making visuals and stuff for you know, like artists and like companies and stuff. But I've been learning a lot with that too, not as much as I would like because like at the end of the day I usually like when I'm done working I just want to relax and play video games because that's
For sure.
a, you know, relief at the end of the day. But yeah, I've been just working towards that also, just figuring out how to do stuff and yeah.
Talk about you've been trading too, right?
Oh yeah, got into now that we have money. Not a lot of money, but a bit of money to save. I decided to take part of it, a small part of it, and then try investing it in stock market and like learning about stocks and
yes.
dividends and
I've been
whatnot.
wanting to. We gotta get
Yeah.
enough money to do so, but
Yeah,
Stonk.
Yeah, you gotta
starting
love
slowly.
stonks.
Like I'm not actively day trading. It's just there because after the whole COVID thing started, the whole stock market crashed and all the shares lost its value. And that's when I bought in, and I'm keeping it for a long term where I'm gonna sell like in a year or two where hopefully the world doesn't go down to shit more
Yeah.
and it doesn't lose the value I put into it, like how much I bought it for, or I'm hoping it doubles back to what it was originally. So
I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you right now. When like I'd say like when quarantine's about to like when the like shelter in place order is like almost over, invest in like condom brands, dude. Those are like that's gonna be the first thing to sell out. I swear.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I
They're
saw
gonna,
Mixer
they're
already.
gonna, they're gonna grow, if you know what I mean.
it would be what would be a good it would be mostly but you want to invest in those brands now
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the value is not as much. And when it's back on track, just like if you were to invest in like AMC or Disney, that now would be the time. Like
Yeah.
I think AMC is going
Disney
out
for
of business,
sure.
but like Disney is for sure.
Disney for
Because
sure.
like
Yeah.
once everything opens back, everyone's gonna rush to get like movies and stuff.
Dude.
Like
Definitely.
all the things that are
Disney and
affected right
everything.
now, be a right time to buy those things because the value is like third of what it used to be back in January.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P.
Um,
AMC, man. I'm gonna miss theaters and shit. Like,
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope that I can still go to the movies theaters with my friends, man.
oh yeah.
I feel like they will pop up. If anything, I think Amazon will start doing some shit like that for sure. Because they've been doing like Amazon bookstores now. Because we have one here in LA,
Yeah.
and they're kind of taking
Yeah.
up everything. And now that they have Prime Video and stuff like that, I think they can strike deals with companies and open like an Amazon theater for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
totally.
gonna go away. And of course, you have the like smaller theaters, like I guess Fonda and stuff like that, which can always put on stuff. But
yeah,
I think major places like AMC, of course, all their money really comes in from popcorn and whatever, and they weren't doing good beforehand. So
yeah. They're already like cutting corners where they were firing
sure.
people and just replacing them with like the
$20
auto.
popcorn and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can buy your own tickets without having to interact with people, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
really
yeah.
great for people with anxiety and stuff like that,
Sure.
but also bad for the economy in general, where more people are losing jobs.
Of course, yeah.
Definitely.
Everything's gonna be automated. It's scary.
It's like I want a person who tell me the ice cream machine is broken, not a screen.
Oh my god.
All right. I don't think there's that much time left. So is there like anything we ought to touch up on before we head out? Oh, nice shades, Victor.
Shades.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to say like here now that we're reaching the end of the episode?
I don't know, man.
Stay safe, wear a mask if you go outside, so we can all get out sooner than later than never.
Thought I had my mask at my desk. Oh, I got Germex. Make sure you wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your
Wait,
hands, everybody. All right. You two want to plug all your stuff real quick?
Yeah, man. Well, let me think. What can we plug here? What do you want to plug, Vishal? I don't know.
Here.
You got it?
My wireless
Plug it in,
headphones.
bro. Plug it in. Yeah, dude. We're gonna, release more music, and if you're ever looking for, Cameo.
I was
We
I was
do,
gonna talk about that. That's like
yeah, Cameo. If you want to pay us to make videos for your friends and make
Yeah.
us say almost just about anything, you can see some cool examples of what people have ordered. If you go to cameo.com and you look up Bandlez, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Or you get the Cameo app on your phone. There we go. How we do it.
Not sponsored by Cameo, by the way.
Not sponsored by Cameo. Yeah.
all right.
Oh man.
Yeah, check out
But
check
yeah.
out the check out the Bandlez boys
Check out
with
the music on Spotify.
Spotify,
And that's it.
SoundCloud, YouTube, or whatever. Check out all
No,
their
just
socials.
Spotify. That's where it all. Other-
Isn't it crazy, Marco? Isn't it crazy how like we live in a world now where SoundCloud is just like the afterthought, bro? The SoundCloud used to be like the spot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
I think it's
weird.
been like with everything too, because LimeWire was back in the day too.
Yeah, LimeWire. Oh shit, dude! I'm sure some people have messed up some PCs
iTunes,
using
Dude,
LimeWire.
I'm still on Napster, bro. I don't know.
Napster.
SoundCloud still, just because of like how Spotify has like those. You can't make unofficial like remixes and that.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. Spotify, SoundCloud's like kind of like the street version,
Yeah.
the freestyle.
But like
Yeah.
it's been so bad lately. I don't know. I don't know if it's my phone, but like the app literally crashes like.
Yep,
so
me too.
much.
Every time I try to listen to something we've uploaded, it's like
I know.
shit's bad. But thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
100%.
Coming on. For
Check
sure.
out
Great
the Bandlez
show.
boys. All their links will be in the description. Check out the rest of the podcast and our
Yep.
socials. Our links will also be in the description. And then until then, see you guys around. Stay safe.
Pizza on. It's pizza
Bye-bye.
time.
It is
So long,
pizza time.
friends. Bye-bye.